Hi there, good evening everyone. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this channel. So we're here tonight to do an episode of a look back at a classic rock album. And the album we've chosen, or the album I've chosen, is Camel, Mirage, one of the great progressive rock albums of its time period. I think this is Camel's best album. I don't think there's any doubt about that in my mind anyways. It may be one of the great, maybe one of the top progressive rock albums of all times, really. The band, in my opinion, exceeded their abilities, which I think were pretty heavy abilities to begin with, but they exceeded even those abilities on this album. Just absolutely fantastic album. Can't say enough about it. But we will start by saying some things about it that need to be said. First of all, it was released March the 1st, 1974, recorded at the Island Studio, Decca Studios, and Air Studios in London, England. Almost 38 minutes in length, which means it's really perfectly situated within my own wheelhouse. I have my wheelhouse is like 35 to 45 minutes. This one's almost perfectly situated. It's on the Durham, Gamma, and Janus record labels and produced by David Hitchcock. So the band members here at this time, this is their second studio album. Their band members are Andrew Latimer on guitars, flute, vocals, and he does do the vocals for White Rider and does vocals on Lady Fantasy. Peter Bardens on organ, piano, Mini Moog Mellotron, Fender Electric piano, Honor clavinet, and the Celesta. Vocals on Free Fall, and also joins in with Latimer on Lady Fantasy. You got Doug Ferguson on bass and Andy Ward on drums and percussion. So yeah, like I said, very catchy, a lot of catchy riffs on this album. It's not something that I tend to think of being a strong part for Camel, but there's a lot of that really good, heavy, melodic kind of rhythm section, I guess is a good way to put it. Lots of really heavy guitar, another thing that wasn't really something that you heard a lot of from this band. There was various points in different albums with it, but this one has some ripping guitar on it. Nice, lots of multiple different instrument keyboard parts, which are all really well done. I thought the bass was very strong on this album as well. Drums, of course, have been strong on all the albums, but I think particularly strong in this too. So, yeah, I bought a bit of a heavier album for them, like very heavy. Anyways, we're going to break the songs down. So there are 5 tracks in total here, along with, on this particular album, I have 4 bonus tracks on here, including a Super Twister that they did at the Marquee Club, Mystery Queen, also done at the Marquee Club, Arubalaba, also done at the Marquee Club, and then another version of Lady's Fantasy, which is a previously unreleased version of it. So, but we're here to talk about the 5 tracks that make up this album. 2 of them have what we call suites, and we'll start off with the first song on the first side, which is called Free Fall. I'm gonna put this down now. Free Fall got a kind of a spacey opening with some heavy synthesizer-driven parts, almost a pulsing feel to it. Then the guitar jumps in. It's kind of heavy, dominating. The keyboards dominating in the background. Not as forward, but definitely there, both going here. Vocals clear, mid-range, and I believe it's Pete Barton's on the vocals here. Soloing, it's cutting and biting and fast and heavy and multi-layered. Really good solo. A nice catchy rhythm beat and some catchy, fast-paced piano part. So this song is just under 6 minutes in length. I like this track a lot. Really good. Next is a instrumental called Super Twister. Just a little over 3 minutes. Is written by Bardens. And it's kind of got this mellow keyboard and flute part at the open. It's not very lengthy. It's not a long version, a long cut in, but it's nice. It sets it up good. Then you got a flute part, which is really good. Some nice background keyboards, drums, bass, and a bit of a mild track here at this point. Nice keyboard solo part, which I think is very pastoral in nature. And there's a flute kind of driven part here as well. A mild keyboard part accompanying sound. It kind of got a little bit of a pop, almost a pop feel to it, but it's not really poppy. I wouldn't say it's a poppy song. It's just more of a pastoral song. I like it. It's a solid song. Then we get into the first lengthy track, the first kind of epic lengthy track. So like a little over 9 minutes in length, which is called White Rider. It's got 3 parts to it. Encounter, which is just under a minute. The Procession, which is just over a minute. And then you've got the White Rider part at the back end, which is almost 8 minutes in length. So it's got this opening keyboard synthesizer part, very psychedelic in sound. Then it jumps into a almost sounds like a crowd, like making the band, like there's a kind of a band and crowd sound going on here. It's like they're trying to, like almost an interaction going on. The next part, the White Rider, this is the main part of the song. Really strong. The whole song is I think the best song at this point on side 1. Nice keyboard synthesizer part in the background with some a guitar piece. You've got some vocals here, which are clear, a little bit deeper than some of the other tracks. Not super emotional, kind of a mid-low range sound, very passive. A very passive sound to it. I believe this is Latimer singing here. Then you get some more flute, a little bit more of that rhythm section that kind of backs up the flute here. Song does speed up and gets faster with some guitar forward melodic kind of guitar part that takes over a little bit. A keyboard solo which interjects. And it's just almost like a mini Moog sound here as well. This is a pretty solid track though. At this point in the album, the first 3 tracks I think are really solid. I'm really liking the album at that point. Then we flip to the back part, which I think is even better. The back part of this album is, so you've got the front part, which I think is probably like a very good part, and then the back part, which is just off the charts, in my opinion. So starts out with the Earth Rise instrumental, just under 7 minutes. Nice synthesizer, wind elements at the beginning. Then you got a low, quiet acoustic guitar part with organ accompaniment. Then you got a kind of a mild, low, catchy keyboard piece. The bass becomes heavier and more dominant on this particular track as the song starts to pick up a little bit. Catchy melody, dominant keyboards, pretty much dominant throughout this track. You got some drum fills that are pretty good. Nice guitar solo with the keyboard solo at the same time. It does speed up. The guitar is very fast-paced, and then the keyboard solo is very catchy as well. I think the rhythm section on this really supports it well and brings up the whole song. It's a catchy track. There's just a lot of stuff about it I like. And I'm not generally lulled in much by instrumentals, with Rush being the exception. But most bands, I don't tend to like their instrumental as much. But This band has a lot of history of a lot of different instrumentals, and this is one of the better ones, I think, Earthrise. Next up is the lengthy, where is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, the final track on the album. Sorry, I was thinking there was 3 songs on the back. I had the Yes album in my head, thinking it was 3 and 3, but it's actually 3 and 2. So this is the longest track on the album, 12, just over almost 13 minutes in length. Lady Fantasy is the name of the track. Starts out with a part that's a little under 4 minutes. The first suite, called Encounter. A nice forward keyboard piece with some drum riff going on in there. Some melodic guitar parts, some heavy multi-keyboard parts, like different keyboards playing at the same time. The vocals are deep, melodic, mid-deep sounding. This is, I believe, Latimer singing here. Synthesizers solo part, which is good. A low, fast-paced guitar and keyboard part, which is kind of lengthy to end off this kind of section of it. And it goes into Smiles for You. It does pick up this nice heavy guitar driven riff. It's kind of a ripping guitar solo, really, to be honest with you, with some with a nice rhythm section. It's not a particularly long piece, just over a minute, but then it sets it up to go into the final suite of the song, which is called Lady Fantasy. This one's a little around 7.5 minutes in length. Nice, slow, melodic guitar part with a kind of key. It's mostly a rhythm section, but there's the keyboards mixed in with it. Melodic upfront mellotron part, which is really quite nice. Then it gets a catchy melodic piece, which really drives this track. And it does slow down to a crawl almost, with just a little bit of a synthesizer and guitar sound going on. It's like kind of almost like a calm before the storm. A little bit of a slow, distorted guitar build up as it kind of picks up. And then you got a vocal part, slow, melodic, mid-range. And then the back part of the vocal part is a twin vocal from both Bardens and Latimer. And then you got this, and then it kind of just like builds and just a little bit slow, edgy, and then explodes with this ripping, screaming guitar solo. Something that I haven't heard him do on any other song. Just absolutely captivating, really catchy riff that accompanies it. The solo is ripping, and then you get this guitar riff in the background, and then the organ part joins in. Really, really strong ending to this track. One of the best endings by them on any of their songs. I wish they had done more of this on other albums too, but we got this here on Mirage. I guess it makes Mirage that much more special because it's the only album that really has anything like this. I gave this a 9, this part, and the whole song overall at 8.5. Easily the strongest song on the album, although the other songs are really strong too. This overall is a really strong album. For me, it's probably destined, when its time comes, to be a masterpiece album. There's no two ways about it. It's a fantastic album. Like it a lot. Loved it. Enjoy it. It's in my playlist. It's been number 1 in my playlist for at least 2 months now. And that's my pick for today, Mirage from Camel. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to add anything about what I've said to the comment section, you can, or if you want to make any comments of your own, you can do that as well. And I hope to see you all again next Monday night for another look back at another classic rock album. So take care and have yourself a good evening, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.